collected between 70 and 72, the first tour of Germany, and someone took it all away from me, left with nothing, even though I was the interested party. Here's a nice map. Volker, you want to get in there and point out some stops? This is the Saxony Wein, just an Überblick, an overview. Yeah, this is something else we could do. Postweg I've never heard of. You can hear that music. We got German brats here as well. And this guy is white. He's blasting everybody. I think the people must just hate what he's doing. We're going into the Meissen factory now. We gotta wait for the light to change to get across the street here. Pretty heavy traffic, back and forth. Here's their emblem, since 1710, 300 years in manufacture.
And then we'll be meeting out here at 10 after 10. So basically about half an hour in there and then half an hour, then you have free time or to make your credit card smoke, whatever you're having big bags, like I with my bag in there, I like my card, don't throw it out. And you will
this is how they've changed the markings through the centuries. Modern one at the bottom, and all through the years. They took off the 1919 one for some reason. But I had a bunch in the early years that they did. That was one of the ones I used to look for, was the marks. That was there too. We're getting a demonstration here. He's got foot pedals.
As you can see here, the century-old potter's wheel continues to be one of the most important tools in this factory, and is still being spun by feet. On the potter's wheel, the porcelain paste is being thrown into a blank, known in German as Bubel. This blank is the most basic form of all porcelain products. It's either made hollow or full inside. Under the diligent hands of this worker, the blank is taking shape. Thin layer of semi-liquid porcelain slip is being removed. We have a 5-piece mold bearing the impressions of the relief pattern that is to appear on the outside of the cup. By means of a wet sponge, the porcelain body is being carefully pressed against the mold from the bottom to the top. Excess paste from inside the cup is being removed with a template to reach the desired thickness of the walls. In the same fashion. For assembling these parts, porcelain slip is being used as an adhesive. The cup's rough edges still need to be polished off them. In the showcase you can see the cup at this stage of production. At Meissen, Johann Friedrich Böttger introduced the practice of giving the body a first light firing to about 9 figures in their entirety. They are made from a number of separate molds. For that, an original clay model is cut up, and plaster molds are made of the different parts. Cast into these plaster molds, the porcelain paste takes on the shape of the original after roughly half an hour.
Little head. The doll's head.
It's a little angel's head.
Those workers in charge of assembling the different parts of a figurine are known in Germany as Bossierer, and in English-speaking countries as repairers. The term Bossieren they are qualified personnel. As we've mentioned, porcelain slip is used to assemble a porcelain figure. It's of great importance that the different parts match perfectly, both in shape and material, in order to avoid cracks in firing. All pieces must be roughened up at their ends, and the slip must be applied carefully to guarantee successful adhesion. For completion, plastic decorations and free-modeled elements such as flowers, foliage and scrollwork are being added. However, are generally free-modeled by hand. The Meissen factory's wide range of products also includes several reproductions
Before
of
firing
historic
and after
porcelain
firing
figures.
sizes.
There are many porcelain figures, a number of precautions
Just created a little leaf
furniture need to
on
be
the mold.
taken in order to maintain the statics of the figure and avoid glazed colors are added on the unglazed porcelain biscuit after its first firing. Since these colors must stand the heat of the following second firing at more than 1400 degrees, they need to have a specific resistance. One of the most famous at that time, the illicit copying of the pattern got somewhat out of hand. Today, about 50 porcelain factories worldwide have variations of the pattern on offer. But only at Meissen, decoration is still painted by hand. With white porcelain body. The colors used here are called enamels. They are fired over the glaze at a third burning at a temperature of around 900 degrees Celsius. Decorations in enamel colors are manifold and include motifs such as European and Oriental flowers, hunting scenes, birds, portraits or landscapes, and not to forget the coloring of figures in general. Overglazed colors are usually made of metal oxide. Thereby, our painters can rely on century-old type of decoration. Alterations are possible only before the firing.
Well, as you can see, there's a vineyard over here in town. You see them actually all over. Maybe you saw some of them already sailing during the sailing in the morning. It's one of the smallest wine growing areas that we have in Germany. It's not the most up north area that we grow wine here in Germany. Actually, on some of the Frisian islands, they're trying out now. We don't have